What is up, guys? HF Masters here, and today we are back with another Bionicle 2016 tour review, and this time it is on Lewa Uniter of Jungle, ages 7 to 14, item number 71305, and it has 79 pieces. On the front, you see Lewa and his golden mask. On the back, it shows off the Unity mode and a combination. But now, let's open up the box. Alright, and here is Lewa, all completely built up. Now, the first thing I'm going to go over is the Swivel Function. Now, this is the new gimmick. Last year it was the gearbox. This year it is Swivel Function. All you do is just turn, and the body turns. Now, some of the issues I found for this is it is kind of squeaky for new ones. For Lewa, this is not the case, which I'm finding interesting, because for my other two, Tahu and Gali, it was the case. So I guess for some of them, just depending on how you get the part, it can be squeaky, and then for other ones, it's not. So for Lewa's legs, I find them to be very interesting, due to just this lower part being just completely technical built. Now, some people may not like this, some people don't like how this is kind of sticking out, but I don't really find it to be much of a problem. You still are getting a lot of the range you would normally get out of a leg, and it doesn't really do much with posability, but you really can't move this further up, and some people may not like that. But otherwise, the posability is really fine, and the legs do look really good. And of course, just on the back, there really is no covering up over here, but they do have this to the side, so you kind of get some cover up on the back. For Lewa's torso, I find this very, very unique, just because it has a different type of green along with a different type of yellow that is not seen throughout the set. However, this color doesn't really clash or make it stand out a lot, and that's something very unique. The silver also looks fine, and just the whole torso is extremely good. I'm surprised that it actually came out this well, because normally it wouldn't really be that good. Most of the time it would probably end up being really like standing out and not very good. But for Lewa, they were able to pull it off. And there is some of this trans green, which may help, but I'm not really too sure. And of course on the back, there is the 2 pins for the Unity mode, which I will be showing off in another video, along with some coverage. However, the coverage really is not the best. Alright, so for Lewa's arms, they're kind of interesting. One of the things I find to be interesting is that the old Vorox piece is connected through here, and I don't know if I really like it. It kind of limits the posing range, but not much. You still can get a lot of good poses, as you can see on how I'm moving it. The only issue is kind of getting it forward, but I'm not really too sure on whether or not I like it. But I like the piece, and I do like how you can have a range of kind of like height. And then the lower part of the arm consists of the 4-sized green along with this new armor plate piece, which I really like in this color. I think this is the best one in just this color. I don't know why, I just really like it. But now let's take a look at his weapons. Alright, so Lewa's weapons are probably my least favorite part of this set. I don't know why, I just don't really like them. I find them to be too big and they kind of get in the way, especially for posing. But that really, it kind of depends on what you like. It is a unique weapon. It does spin, and this is something that is not in the other Toa at all. And I will give LEGO this. They did a really good job at making something very unique. And it's also very simple. But do I like this weapon? Not really. But it's definitely not a bad weapon by any means. So here is Lewa's golden mask. Now, one of the things is it does have the trans green, and it is very unique. Just taking a look at it, there's a lot of detailing going on. You can see through that there is some type of kind of like writing over there, and it's just a very unique mask. And I'll show you guys what it looks like with Lewa on. And here it is on Lewa. Now, personally, it is gold and it does stand out, but for this one, I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the trans green. It kind of fits in, and I still kind of like the golden mask on him. Not like for Gali. Gali it does not work, at least in my opinion. Alright, so here's just a quick side-by-side view of Lewa 2016 and Lewa 2015. Front and back views. We will be going into a more in-depth comparison in another video, but for now it is just front and back. But yeah, that is pretty much it for my review on Lewa Uniter of Jungle. Feel free to leave your opinion on this set in the comments section below. And until next time, this is HF Masters saying goodbye.